Right, I'm Josh Kelly, welterweight, currently 6-0 fighting for the Commonwealth title. Follow Sport Icons.
Okay, to follow on from the last video, which of course is WBA, they stripped Manuel Charr of his WBA regular world heavyweight title and put it on the line for Don King's fighters in Trevor Bryan and Bermane Stiverne. Yeah, Bermane Stiverne, yeah, him. Anyway, that's in that video if you haven't seen it. Not only have they done that, not only do the WBA have the worst ranking system in boxing, but they've now gone a little bit step further and stripped Manny Pacquiao of his super WBA welterweight world title and awarded it to, we can always see it in the title anyway, it's Yordenis Ugas. Ugas, yeah, that guy's got 4 losses on his resume. In fact, his last loss was a little while ago, to be fair, and it was against Sean Porter. But why would they do that? Well, they can use the whole COVID situation. They can use the situation that Manny Pacquiao, well, potentially either you're going to be fighting Conor McGregor in an exhibition fight or whatever it may be, or you could be fighting Ryan Garcia in what could be an exhibition, or sometimes it's not an exhibition. Who knows if it's going to be an exhibition or not. Either way, you crack on. We're going to take our belt, give it to Ugas, so then he can go fight Errol Spence Jr. Now, why would that happen? Well, because Errol Spence Jr. would beat the living shit out of him. That's why. Because Errol Spence Jr., that's a very easy fight to make, isn't it? It's a very in-house fight to make. Ugas from Cuba, okay. I'm presuming that there's no kind of travel restrictions. I'm presuming maybe Ugas even lives in America. I don't know. Pacquiao, of course, doesn't. He's got his own little stuff to be getting on with, not just in the boxing world, but of course in the Philippines, being senator. But it's a very easy fight to make. Errol Spence Jr., Ugas. Errol Spence Jr. gets that belt from Ugas without having to face Manny Pacquiao. Without any kind of risk of Errol Spence Jr. losing to Manny Pacquiao. Because I'm pretty sure the PBC, Al Heyman, will look at Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence Jr. and go, well, you know, I mean, we like Errol Spence Jr. We think he might well beat Manny Pacquiao, but look how Manny Pacquiao handled Keith Thurman. Look how he handled Adrian Broner. Maybe he's going to handle Errol Spence Jr. that way too. What we can't have is Manny Pacquiao taking all those belts off Errol Spence Jr. And then him going to go fight Terence Crawford. Because Manny Pacquiao, what loyalty does he really have with the PBC, Fox, Showtime, and whatever else it may be? What loyalty does he have? If there's a fight outside of the PBC banner, Manny Pacquiao will take that, okay? As we're quite seeing with the Ryan Garcia situation, as an example. So they don't want that. What they want is, they want their own little lapdog, Errol Spence Jr., who has already made it abundantly clear that he's not going to go fight on any other network because he's a Fox Sports fighter. He's a Premier Boxing Champions PBC fighter. He's a Al Heyman guy. He's not going to go anywhere. He's as loyal as a little puppy dog. Well, let's feed Ugas to him. Let's get that belt. Therefore, Errol Spence Jr. has then got 3 of the belts. Well, what's a bargaining tool when it comes to Terence Crawford? Well, it could say, well, technically, Crawford, I don't actually need you because I've got 3 belts. You know what? I think most people know that, you know what, I'll probably beat you. Therefore, I'm just going to vacate the belts I've got. I ain't going to fight you and I'm going to move up altogether. He could just do that. Or, if he really wanted the Terence Crawford fight, well, I've got 3 belts and you've got 1. I do good pay-per-view numbers. You don't. We're not just talking about A-side, B-side here. We're talking about A-side versus G-side. Okay? This is a huge, huge gap. That's how they're going to play it. But of course, roles reversed when it was Joshua and Wilder. No. That must be 50-50, right? Yeah, go figure. But for me, that's why they've done it. Because they don't want to risk Manny Pacquiao in with Errol Spence Jr. Now, you could say, but hold on a minute. Manny Pacquiao is champion in recess. Therefore, he's eligible to apply to fight for that world title whenever he's ready. And in theory, you're correct. In theory. But is that going to happen? Of course it's not. There's ways around it. Of course there is. So many people have been champion in recess and never quite got the fights. It's happened many times. So for me, this is just another WBA shambolic decision. Because Manny Pacquiao, he could have defended it against whoever. They could have forced him to fight Errol Spence Jr. But I do feel, not only do they see Errol Spence Jr. as their loyal lapdog, and they see Manny Pacquiao as a bit of a stray, I think it's a case of when Manny Pacquiao said about Errol Spence Jr. that he's too slow for me. He's not fast enough for me. I think the PBC got worried. So they went, hey, WBA, you see that little Philippine guy? Can you just strip him, please? Yeah, give it to Ugas, and we'll give you your sanctioning fees, and just tell Pacquiao, you know, you can have the champion in recess, but he ain't ever going to get another title shot. You got to be mad, ain't you? Let him go fight Conor McGregor. Go fight Ryan Garcia. Go fight whoever you want to fight. Mikey Garcia over in Dubai if you want. Wherever. But this little belt of yours, it ain't yours no more. Ugas, here you go. By the way, Ugas, you could beat Errol Spence, can't you? Yeah. Like hell you can. Errol Spence Jr. is going to beat you like a bitch, is what he's going to do. He's going to absolutely destroy you. And then Errol Spence Jr. is the face of the welterweight division, officially, clearly, with 3 belts. Pretty obvious, really, isn't it? Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.